In this video, you're going to be watching me close a $10,000 high-ticket sales call in about 38 minutes. I've been in sales for the last 7 years, been able to close hundreds of thousands of dollars a month and take home over $40,000 a month in personal income as a commission-based closer. In this video, you're going to see the full conversation, including objection,
I don't have all that money, so
and exactly how I handled them. So I want you to stay until the end to see how the deal actually gets closed. If you find this helpful, subscribe below and let's get into this call.
I work as a massage therapist for my day job, and there are times where the season gets really slow and I have a lot of downtime. So I've been following Richard for a little while now, and I just really am hopeful and eager to have a side hustle.
Okay, I gotcha. And like, do you know what you're looking for, like specifically when it comes to that? Like, are you looking to, make more money, have more time, freedom? Like, what are you looking for?
More money to help start saving for a house, start saving for a car. I actually just sold my car recently due to mechanical issues, and so I just felt stressed about money, and I don't want to feel that way. I want to have a little bit more freedom.
What do you mean by stressed?
Just feeling like I won't be able to get by. I want to just feel the freedom that I can invest in a car and in a home, but I don't have the money for at least a home. I can invest in a car, but I just want to feel like I'm not, using all my savings, to buy a car, to buy a home or anything like that.
Okay. And what are you doing at the moment to earn more money and to kind of get rid of that stress?
Well, working more hours with massage. Right now it is busier, but that's my only income, and I don't have any other side hustle or job.
I work with families.
So that's also a plus for me is, it gives me freedom with my schedule. So I do have a lot of time. So that's why I thought, this program can help people who don't have time or only have a couple days, to supplement their income. But I do have a lot of time. So then that means I can supplement more income with the extra time that I have.
Okay. And just to clarify, like, it sounds like things are, going good with the job. What would it be that I guess that you would change, about the process or maybe the outcome, like, you're getting, from that if you could?
I guess just more consistency in hours. Like I do get paid well, like hourly. But when I'm not working a lot of hours, then I'm not getting paid much, for beginners.
How long has that been going on for? Like, how long has the hours kind of been inconsistent and going up and down?
Literally since I started. So it's just like the winter time, it's kind of slow because a lot of people are investing in gifts, vacations, and then there's like the school year. So like when the kids are in school, it's really busy because parents have more free time because their kids are in school.
So
So that could be some trouble.
Yeah, so during the school time, it's great, but then during the winter break, spring break, summer break, it seems to like be fluctuating. And I guess I'm just being impatient, but I want to be proactive and just find something to do, because I have no other side hustles right now.
Well, I mean, that could definitely be some trouble. I mean, but why look at maybe, starting a new business like you're looking at doing, right, a side hustle? Why not just keep, I don't know, just get more appointments?
I do my best, it's really up to the client. Invest in their health and wellness, and I try to, explain how they will benefit from either monthly or weekly massages, and investing in their health in that way because they complain of certain pains, aches, or stress. So I try to emphasize them coming in more often. And we do have like a membership option. So it's kind of like a yearly subscription that they will pay for. And then with every booking that they get a discount offer. So just trying to get more incentive for the client. But some people are just not consistent, and also their scheduling, their kids, their family life interferes with them booking. That's what they tell me,
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, let's say like we're able to train you, right? You're able to, make some money with digital arbitrage. How much would you want to be making, like on a monthly basis, if you could, right? Let's say, I don't know, in 3-6 months time from now.
Even just a $300 increase per week would be a little bit, would just help me and feel more at ease in savings. Because right now, I was planning to invest in a loan to buy a car, which I don't want to go down that route necessarily, just because I follow Dave Ramsey. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
So he, he emphasizes on people getting out of debt. Luckily, I don't have any debt or school debt, and so like getting a loan, it definitely makes me nervous. I've never had to take out a loan or even school loans, so and he says like a car is the worst investment. So then I guess that kind of like scares me into
Okay.
investing a car.
Okay.
If
So,
I had,
so going back to it, right? Just we'll go into that in a sec. I appreciate the context. Your kind of the goal is to add like an extra $300 a week, so like $1,200 a month. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And just so I know where you're at now, like just so I can see the gap, like where are you right now? Like what are you currently making?
So roughly I'm earning 300 to 500 a week, so probably around 12 to 1500 a month.
Okay, so you're doing 300 to 500 bucks a week. Realistically, you'd like to be making more like the 800 to 1,000. Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
yes.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And before you started talking to me, like, were you looking into other ways, I guess, to be able to make that extra, 300 400 bucks
Um,
a week? Or
I've seen like the survey taking or but never really trusting like that it'll be successful. And with Richard, he shows a lot of success stories, so it just kind of encouraged me to try his program the most.
Hmm. Okay, well, let's do this because I want to make sure like what we do could like work for you, right?
Yeah.
What are you sort of looking for in a mentorship, like to help you like make more money with something like digital arbitrage? Like, would you be I don't know, what would be your ideal criteria?
I've actually never had a mentor, so this
Oh.
would be the first time. So I guess I'm just like a sponge, you know? If whatever the
Well,
mentor just
what do you think has
do.
been your biggest struggle? Like when you've done something like commonly it might be like accountability, people like having someone to hold them accountable to actually starting and doing it.
Mhm.
Obviously guidance, someone there to hold your hand every step of the way.
I would say both of those things.
Being
And why
having
is that important to you?
I am not exactly the most consistent person when it comes to I guess self-improvement or self-encouragement, and then like having someone, because this is something totally new to me. I would need someone to kind of step by step tell me, oh, okay, this is where you can go. This is the steps that you can take in order to um get to your goal.
Okay, well, and let's say like we're able to do that, right? Let's just say we're able to, give you that accountability and that guidance, right?
Mhm.
So you can, start winning,
Yeah.
right? What would that, that extra 400 or 500 bucks a week do for you? Like, what would that allow you to do that I guess you can't really do right now?
Well, me and
And,
my
and, and don't tell
siblings.
me any of the boring stuff like invest or real estate. Like, give me what it would actually do for you.
Oh well, me and well, my brother and my siblings, we want to move out of our parents' house,
Mhm.
and invest in a duplex, triplex. I know you just said that, but that was just the first idea that kind of came to our heads, because like together financially we can put our money together investing in something that will help grow.
No, I got you. And like, what would it do for you, like right now, right? Like before you went and bought the house? Because I know that's obviously one of the goals. But like, how would it just change your life? You kind of were talking about like just removing some of that stress earlier, right?
Yeah.
So I guess like how would having that money do that for you? Like, what would it change? I guess.
It would definitely change I guess my fear component,
Mm.
because it's like I want to buy a car, right? That's kind of like my first step, is like I want to buy a car, because I do mobile massage, so I do need a car to get to different places.
And when
To
would
all
you
my
like to buy a car? Like, how much will you need to buy a car?
So if I'm buying cash, I would need like maybe an extra 2 3 thousand. But if I'm going through a loan, then I would probably need an extra 500.
if
Okay. And what? what's the time frame? Goals without time frames are just dreams, right?
Okay.
So I don't care about your dreams. What I care about is your goals.
Okay.
I want to help you get there. Like that's my goal is how can I help you get there? So when do you want to retire when do you want to actually buy the car by? What's the date?
Um, okay, I would probably say within month, the next month.
Okay. So you being able to do that, like, and you being
Yeah.
able to just have your own car, and then eventually buy a property with your siblings,
Yeah.
right? Like, how would that make you feel? Like knowing you were able to actually do that and become that person.
It's exciting. It's um
You can see that.
excitement to kind of like get out of my parents' house, to get away from and then also allowing my parents to retire and
Mm.
having their own space, because they
Mm.
have I'm the youngest of six kids, so they've had to take care of all of us in more ways than one.
Want
And
to like
so
help
they're
retire them? Is that like one of your goals too?
yeah, so they can have a more comfortable life, so they can have also privacy, because they've had six kids, they still have in their lives, and they don't get any like private time to themselves. Luckily, I mean, they enjoy us being home, but I'm sure once we're out of the house, they'll be a little bit happier, you know, having their own private time and their own control in the house, and just not having to worry about us.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Um, and like with your current skills, right? Like that
Yes.
you currently have, and getting into like digital arbitrage, like how close are you to I guess being able to become that daughter? That can make that phone call to your parents and say, "Hey, we're moving out. I got a car. I got a house."
As far as clothes, my savings are decent compared
Would you
to
say
what
you're would you say you're close, or would you say you're not close at all?
I'm not exactly sure, because I've never moved out, so I don't know how much it really takes to kind of like survive on my own. I probably would say I'm not close.
Okay. And why is that? Why do you feel like you haven't been able to put yourself in a position?
Maybe it's my own thinking, but I feel like because I'm the youngest, I get helped a lot
Mhm.
financially. Um, like last year, I I hit my neighbor's car and I didn't have insurance at the time, and so I ended up like investing or paying them out of pocket instead of through insurance, and it was over $1,500. And so at the time I couldn't pay, I didn't have that extra income, and so my parents were willing enough to pay that for me.
Mm.
And for me, like, that's a lot of money, like that's so much money for someone else to cover my mistakes.
So what happens, if your parents they keep working till they're 70, they're 80, and you're not able to become that daughter that's able to move out and give them the space and retire them. Like what happens then?
Well, I gotta go get a second, third job.
Yeah, but like what happens if like it doesn't happen? Like what happens if like genuinely, how old are your parents now?
They're both 63.
Like what happens if like they're in their 70s and you're not able to retire them and they have to keep working? Like, what happens then if you're not able to be that daughter?
Be very heartbreaking. I would not want them to have to work that long, because
Are you
they
willing to,
deserve.
are you willing to settle for that?
No, I do not want that for them. I want them to have the financial stability. I want to help them as they have helped me financially if they need. Um,
Sure.
and
And I
my
mean, you don't have to do anything right now, right? Like you're the youngest, right? Like you don't have to do anything about it right now. Like you could always just keep pushing it off, I don't know, for another 2 years or
Yeah,
like you've been
but
doing
I
the
want to
last couple of
start
years. Like
now. That's
most people do though, right? Like most people do, and most people will push it off. Well,
yeah. And then
why is it
people keep
important?
telling me I'm only 25, so they're like, you're so young, and you got time. And also, I'm thinking about my future husband, my future children, my home, um, etc. Also, because of my job, there's certain times where I miss out on family time, and that's what frustrates me the most. And I'm like, well, I have to work because I haven't worked, you know, consistently at the beginning of the week. You know, at least I want to get at least 500 a week with massage. And then there's just times where I get nothing for like 3 days. I'm not working. And then the last 2 days, I'm bombarded with work.
So, but based on like what you've told me and what we've gone through, what we do, like it would definitely work for you, right? So what like if you want, I can walk you through what we do and how we do it and help you, become that daughter that's able to retire your parents. Is that something you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go through it. We break down the mentorship in kind of like four phases, if you will. We're going to work together for a whole year. So it's 1 year of mentorship. Okay. And we split it into like the intensive portion and the non-intensive. So the first three phases are intensive, and then the fourth phase is a little less intense. Okay. But the whole purpose of phase one is most people when they come into digital marketing and actually affiliating in digital arbitrage is they don't have a product,
Yeah.
right? So for phase one is the done for you product phase. Again, it's the done for you product phase.
And basically, it's where we step in and allow you to use one of our products or one of the people that we're affiliated with to for you to promote that product and not have to spend time.
Any questions on the delivery side of things? Does that make sense with like the structure that we just laid out?
I'm kind of just writing mini notes here. It's nothing detailed or anything, but
Sure.
been in one session, because people don't stay consistent when it's like you need to stay consistent in order to feel better and in order to succeed as well.
The same way that a school does, right? Like just university. Results they vary, right? Like nothing's guaranteed in life. The only thing guaranteed in life is death and taxes. But I say that just because like every person comes down to what they apply, right? And we all learn and we all teach differently. But that's why results they're not guaranteed, right? And it's kind of like if you were to go to university tomorrow, to any of the top ones in the world, you'd have to dedicate 4 years of your life and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get the schooling. And you're not guaranteed to get a job or even to make money afterwards, are you?
Right.
And it's not because the school did bad, right? They know some students are going to show up, they're going to put in the work, and they're going to get great results. But they also know other students are going to not show up. They're going to slack off, they're going to get drunk, they're going to party, and they're going to make terrible decisions and end up dropping out of school, right? And I guess I just say all this because like what we do is not a get rich quick program, right? Like it's really about making a long lasting impact and a difference with our clients. Business, it takes time. It takes, mentorship. It takes time to build that relationship and those habits. And it's hard and there's risk, right? And I guess I just say all that just to make it crystal clear that nothing's guaranteed, and results, they always vary. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But like that shouldn't discourage you, right? Because like all of our top mentees, they've all been where you are. The only difference is they showed up and they put in the work.
Yes.
They didn't let any excuses or any reasons hold them back
Yeah.
that would typically stop them from doing something. Does that make sense?
Of course.
So I don't really hear anything else, and I don't really have anything else to go over. I feel like everything that we've gone through, we could definitely help you succeed. The question just comes like, would you want us to help you get there?
Yes. I'm eager. I want to stop letting my life go by and just do something about it. Like you said, it's just like starting somewhere, and then with the help and dedication will come the fruits of all the labor, and yeah.
No, you're exactly right, and I guess just on that, right? Like, I don't really have anything else. Do you have any other questions about the mentorship or any of the specifics just before we talk next steps?
You had mentioned taxes, and I was kind of curious. Right. Okay. That was just another question I had. But I think you explained everything very crystal clear.
Perfect. Well, look, I don't have anything else to go over with you.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the funds like required for you to, be able to learn digital arbitrage and more importantly have that accountability and that mentorship to really get you to the point where you are winning, right? It is 9,800 and then it's $100 each month that you continue with us, whether you're for 12 months or you're for 24 months or 3 years or 6 years. However long you keep getting that support, like I said, we're always there for the long term. It's $100 each month. How do you want to proceed?
So it's you said 9,000. It's not like paid up front. You mean $100 a month?
No, so it's 9,800 and then it's $100 each month. And that goes to like the website subscription and like keeping like the business itself going.
Okay. Wow. Right. I don't have all that money, so
That's not a problem. I guess like money aside, like do you feel like this could get you to where you want to be and like where you want to go?
most definitely.
Why's
Uh,
that?
I think it would work, investing in something, you gotta use money to make money, right? And
Right.
it's also like you guys are doing a lot of the work, so it's like that's also why I understand why that price point is the way it is. But
So
I
is it
don't.
more just the upfront amount? Like if we could break it up into some more like digestible chunks, like would that make it easier for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Because like as you can imagine, like the people who don't have the skill set yet, to actually be doing digital arbitrage and being successful, like they may not have the whole amount to do it all at once. And we get that. What we could typically do is kind of break it up in half or equal amounts, kind of like 30 days apart, right? Would that be helpful? Would that like help you out at all or?
So that would be how much?
So it'd be like
Exactly.
half of it, just under 5 grand now, and then 5 grand in like a month's time. Does that help
That's
at all?
That's literally all my savings, so I don't know if I could invest that much at once.
Okay. So typically like we don't, but like what we could do is like a 3 payments, right? So break it up kind of 30 days apart.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of like 3,300, right? And then 30 days apart. Like would that be easier?
It is easier.
Okay. Well, how would you want to proceed from here?
Could I think about it?
Yeah, look, of course you can think about it. Before you do go off and think about it, what in particular is coming up for you? Just to see like how I can help, right? I want to make sure you can make the best decision.
I'm not exactly sure how. It's just more like a tough pill to swallow.
Oh, of course. And Rosemary, like it's a tough pill to swallow, whether it's today or in 2 days time. The pill doesn't get any easier. But I guess like that's why I'm asking, like in terms of it being a tough pill to swallow, is it something that you can swallow, or like what's coming up, just to like so I can actually see if I can help, or is it just more a bit of like fear, maybe a bit of uncertainty?
Both of those. Just
Yeah, I get that because it's kind of like well, do you believe the perspectives that we have dictate the decisions that we make? Yeah,
really,
definitely, right?
yes.
But you see, the issue is like if we only ever look through life and make decisions based off of the perspective we have today and not through the perspective of like where we want to be, we only end up where we are right now, right? So I guess the question comes like how long do you want to let your like current perspective hold you back from your goals, your dreams and the outcome that you want?
I don't want to hold myself back.
What do you feel like you need to do, I guess, to just put yourself in that position to get to your goal?
Just fighting through that fear.
Have to, right? Like no one's
Yeah.
gonna make you. You
Yeah.
can just, not do anything.
Yes.
Like why push through the fear?
I mean, I would guess it's just, kind of like working out. It's painful and it's hard and it's emotional. But once you do it and once you keep working at it, you see those results and the mood improved and the ease of your conscience as well. So
That's exactly it. And it's kind of like, well, it's comfort, right? Like where we're at in life. I don't know about you. At least for me, like I never grow in a place of comfort. When I'm at the gym, like if I'm being comfy, if I'm like not sweating or not feeling huffy and puffy, I'm not actually growing. I'm not losing weight. I'm not progressing,
yeah,
right? Because growth only happens when you're in a state of discomfort,
Yes.
right? And like for us, like in order to actually make changes, like what do we have to be in? Comfort or discomfort?
yeah, we gotta be uncomfortable.
So it's completely normal the way you're feeling, right? Like heaps of people always feel that way when they first get started. Because like you said, it's a hard pill to swallow. If it was an easy pill, everyone would have it and it wouldn't help.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's kind of like you're on an island. You know what I mean? Like life is kind of an island and you're going in circles. You're walking that island, you're walking the island. But for you want to get off that island, right? And in order for you to get off that island and go and do different things and have different things, like you have to do things differently. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because the life you want, the goals you want, they're up the mountain. Right? They're that mountain you got to climb. But like the island you're on doesn't even have a mountain. So like before you can even like attempt to get there, you have to get yourself out of that pattern, out of that, off that island. So I guess the question is like how long do you want to stay on that island before you go for it?
I don't. So I
'Cause I
want
mean, like you can stay on the island, right? Like the mimosas are good, just sit back and chill. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like base camp. You know Mount Everest, yeah?
yeah.
Heaps of people just go to base camp. Like base camp's really cool. You can get a T-shirt. and
I
send
went
it
to
on
Mount
there. Like,
Everest.
yeah, I went to Mount Everest. Like like it's not summiting. It's not actually getting to your goal, but like it's it's cool. Like no, there's no reason not to settle for base camp, right? Do you wanna stay at base camp or like do you actually want to climb that mountain?
No, I do. I want to get out. I want to get out of this.
What do you
Fear and
feel
I
like?
wanna, yeah.
So what do you feel like you need to do? I guess just to get yourself there, where you know, you are able to look after yourself and you know, eventually retire your parent.
I just gotta do it. Just gotta start fighting now before I can't. So I'm ready. I definitely want to do it. Start this journey now.
You sure?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Well, look, Rosemary, I want to take it a second and just acknowledge you because like what you're doing right now is the hardest step, right? It's the first step, but it's the hardest. It's the one that so many people they quit and they fail and they break down at. But the fact that you've like actually made that decision, not only for yourself but for your family, means you're actually going to go where you want to go. Okay?
Yeah.
And the fact that it feels uncomfortable and you're doing it shows that you're growing.
Yeah.
Right? So after this call, if you feel like you need to have a wee cry, a wee walk, like that's normal. That's what these feelings are. But just you have the choice to use them as fuel and they drive you and they be your motivation to get it done. Just like in the gym when it was scary the first time, right?
Yeah.
You use it as the motivation to do it, or you can use it as the fear that stops you.
Yeah.
The choice is always ours. We're always in control. Okay?
Yes.
So you ready for it?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Let me pull some stuff up on the back end here.
Okay.
We just go through like a card, nice and easy. A Visa or a MasterCard. What do you have your card handy with you?
No, but I have it memorized.
Have it memorized? Okay.
If you're new to sales and you're looking to get started or a struggling sales rep, check out more of my sales content here on YouTube, and we'll see you in the next video.